I recently had lunch with a mentor who confided in me that they noticed when I was a teenager I was often frustrated. This was the first time that I have heard that observation about me, and in my reaction, I thought, aren't all teenagers frustrated? After much thought, I've come to realize what they meant, that I have had a peculiar frustration towards society and my roles in these contexts. I have witnessed many inequitable situations in my life. Still, I never seem to have had the words or the platform that could fully explain my experiences, which often led to frustration. My name is Victoria Gomez, and I'm a candidate for the Master of Arts in Leadership Development at Chapman University. The Leadership Development program gave me the context and vocabulary to properly wrestle with many of my questions about society that we live in today. It gave me the words and the opportunity to share my story. Through telling my story, it nurtured my confidence in the identities that I hold. And in turn, it helped me understand my leadership vision and how I can best serve others. One of the most significant identities that I learned how to speak on is my identity as a first-generation college student. I started my educational journey at Orange Coast College, a community college. Eventually, I transferred to a public university at Cal State Long Beach. For the majority of my undergrad, I worked at a restaurant to help with the cost of school. I often changed my major because I needed to find a program flexible enough where I could work part-time as I finished my degree. I was able to attain my degree, but with no network, no internships, nor any clue on how to find a job. Even worse was that I found that I felt totally uncomfortable in professional settings. I was frustrated because I knew my work and skills were very valuable to any company. However, upon switching my uniform for business clothes and entering professional settings, all my confidence in work vanished. Upon talking with other first-generation graduates, I learned that I wasn't the only person who felt this way. In this program, I was able to read various academic literature that showed that my experience is unfortunately a common experience among first-generation students, and this paved the way for my capstone. Access to higher education is more attainable than ever, but this accessibility does not come easily. First-generation students have a harder time navigating terrain in academia that is foreign to their support group. The Higher Education Opportunity Act defines a first-generation student with neither parent holding, attaining, or having a bachelor's degree. Leading research also shows that oftentimes these first-generation students also hold several marginalized identities. Identities such as coming from a lower social class, being a person of color, and other identities that experience systematic oppression in this day and age. All students struggle with the high costs of attending college, but research from leading educators show that many first-generation students have less economic support, less financial resources, and usually hold several part-time jobs off campus. This commitment to work takes time away from academics and other benefits found within the college experience, such as studying abroad and internships. For many first-generation students that have racial minority identities, they have to battle deep-rooted racial systematic oppression within academia. This systematic racism can be traced from a history of higher education being created as places of privilege and separation from marginalized communities. This leads to opportunity gaps for first-generation students because they are often viewed as non-capable of academic or career opportunities. During college, majority of these first-generation students often experience turbulence, such as lower grade point average, difficulty choosing a major, the tendency to take fewer credits, resulting in taking longer to complete classes, and reporting a lower sense of belonging on college campuses. These factors contribute to higher levels of stress and anxiety, which lead to burnout, imposter syndrome, and many other factors that influence dropping out of pursuing a degree. When I was reading the research and literature that first-generation students face, I felt that it was important for me to turn my attention towards studies and research that focus on student development and helping these students overcome these barriers. Theories such as Yosso's community cultural wealth model and Magdola's self-authorship theory can aid students in growing a sense of belonging on campus. This sense of belonging can enable first-generation students to utilize the cultural knowledge that they hold and can contribute to their academic and campus community. The cultural wealth model, which is grounded in critical race theory, states that marginalized communities have an abundance of cultural wealth that is beneficial in creating a diverse college. Self-authorship theory gives a comprehensive approach that self, environment, and critical thinking factors into creating a voice for oneself. Success in first-generation students can be found within theories such as these and can help the respective communities that they are from and can help the communities they're entering with diverse perspectives that are beneficial to a democratic community. These framework and theory can assist first-generation students by becoming involved in their campus community and partaking of campus resources. It will aid the college campus in creating a diverse and inclusive community, and it will support first-generation students with obtaining a degree and helping them start fulfilling careers of self-reliance. This literature reiterated my life experience. I wish I was more involved in activities during my undergraduate journey. I felt that if I was active, I would have learned how to navigate professional settings, be better prepared to find a job, had better networking skills, and would have been more mindful in my academic journey. This led me to my deliverable for my capstone. The deliverable for my capstone is assisting the Promising Futures program at Chapman University. This program supports all first-generation students through holding general meetings, study sessions, workshops, mentoring, and socials. The Promising Futures program wanted to update their website with testimonials of our current first-generation college students. Ultimately, these students used their cultural capital and linguistic capital. He also states that this capital refers to the various language and communication skills students bring with them to their college environment, particularly a skill of storytelling as a form of liberation. When one tells their story, it aids them in helping process frustration and can also aid the audience in inspiration and empathy. I had the honor of inviting and collecting 18 short reflections from first-generation students. These short reflections covered experiences that range from working on campus, accessing health services, participating in Greek life, and much more. These testimonials shared how being involved and utilizing campus resources was beneficial to the students' success at Chapman. Collaborating with the Promising Futures program for my deliverable has given me the ability to take what I've learned from the MLD program and put these learnings to practice. It gave me the platform to help empower other first-generation students by gathering authentic stories of finding a sense of belonging through involvement within these students' college journey. It has been touching to receive these stories from these students. First of all, they were all eager and excited to participate because they knew their stories would help other first-generation students. All stories held themes of perseverance as they navigated their academic journeys, and I saw a lot of my college journey within their stories in both my undergrad and graduate experiences. The journey within the MLD program has been filled with a dichotomy of feelings and experiences. Navigating this chapter of my life of graduate work came with challenges, rewards, and most of all, growth. As I reflect on my MLD and capstone journey, I contemplate the continued challenges of imposter syndrome and balancing responsibilities. I also recognize the triumphs of learning to vocalize my life experiences and taking opportunities such as my capstone to help communities that I'm a part of. I was excited to get back to one of the communities that are near to my heart and gives me fulfillment and growth as I complete the MLD journey. Of course, I cannot end this speech by giving some exceptional shout outs to my community that cheers me on. Thank you to Dr. Kraylin Allen, the Director of Promising Futures Program, and letting me take this project. Thank you to my critical friend, Jenny Mary, and your loving critique and support. It was only fitting that you were a part of this, since this capstone truly started with your questions at your high school graduation. Thank you to Topper for being my editor and my supervisor within my graduate assistantship. Thank you for the support, even though we all know the reason why you still have a job is because of my work. But really, thank you for helping me become comfortable as a professional. Thank you to all the various professors from OCC, Long Beach, and especially at this time within the MLD program at Chapman University. Thank you for your time and support, and a special shout out to Dr. Christy Pedro for helping me navigate Capstone. Thank you to my accountability team, Carla and Jess. I literally could not have graduated without your help, support, library weekends, Pomodoro tracking, and friendship. Thank you to my family for all the love and support and for giving me the foundation and possibilities and letting me pursue my goals and dreams. You are some of my most precious form of cultural wealth. Thank you to my Ruby Diner crew, the OG peeps whose stories and experiences were the start of this capstone. Your friendship is a huge part of my story, and I could have done this without your support and love. Please know that your experiences were very much in mind throughout every word of this capstone. Thank you to all my other dear friends who are close to my heart, that support me, pick up the phone when I'm in tears, and for believing in me. To all of those, thank you for your validation and creating a space for me to vocalize my story as I overcome rejection, heartbreaks, dead ends, success, and well, the list can go on. But thank you, for your time is sacred and it means so much to me. And most of all, thank you to all the first generation students who volunteered to share their stories in this capstone. I'm humbled by your trust in me, by your resilience and perseverance. To all first generation students, we belong in all spaces. Our dreams and aspirations are worthy and achievable, and we will accomplish these goals one step at a time through our cultural wealth.